bum. What? 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 Yo, yo, yo. Uh, what's going on? What's going on? How's it going? How's it going? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. What's up, Muhammad? Sergeant Pepper. Hey, Mark, I'm not quite caught up on Tog yet, but I want to stop by and say thanks for the streams. Looking forward to joining in once I catch up. Oh, I didn't know you were in here. My bad. You can go. Bye. Bye. Okay. Yeah, yo, Pepper. Appreciate you stopping in, man. Absolutely. Um, I'll place the. Let me throw the Discord link in there for you. Anytime you wanna, if you're looking for a space to talk Tower of God, whether it's on stream or like just in chat. The community is a little bit, we'll say, a little dried up right now because of the official series is on hiatus, but we still talking there. Um, about the new series. I don't know if you're reading the new Tower Guy, Urek's Ascent yet. Um, but we're talking about that all the time and all the new details that and how it involves the new story. So let me send this to you. There's a link in there. Yeah, if you want to check out and chat with us anytime, that's there for you. Let's put this over here, a little bit out the way. Okay. Um, yo, guys, what's up, guys? Looks like Urek really got outside powers apart from Shinsoo. That makes him very confident. Do you think he has? Do you think he has used it in the main story? I don't know. That's a very good question, guys. Cause the way he puts it in this chapter, it sounds like it's like a capturing type ability, or maybe he means capture in terms of because of because of what the creature is made of. Like the creature that he was talking about is made of Shinsu. So maybe like his ability can like capture Shinsu in a way. That's the only way like I can think because he didn't say he could like eliminate the monster or whatever the ghost monster. So I'm not sure if we've seen it yet. Um, there's been no circumstances where he's needed to use it. Because he's always just like come in like towards the end of season 3, obviously just to capture the the revolutionaries, and he failed at that. But there's no instances where I think we could have seen him use his outside power. I think he would reserve something like that for like Zahar, to be honest. I don't know if it's necessary for him to ever really use it, but we don't know what it is. So, what do you where do you read the Urek chapters? MB usually Comic, so you can check it out. You can find it on Comic or Vortex Scans. Let me post my link for you. I'll post my link for you. Post my link. So usually you can find it. You can find it right there on Comic. Quickest way for me to put it there for you. But if we have Vortex Scans, the translation, like Vortex Scans are faster, but the translations are very rough. So you might get a lot of mistranslations. So if you can't if you can't wait for Christians to come out, then I just read Vortex just to get at least a concept of what's happening. But usually Christians translations are the best. So at least so far. Thanks. Yeah, I'm the Discord, but not able to look at much yet, so I don't get spoiled. Ah, gotcha. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. But you can if you're I don't know if you're reading Urek's Ascent because that's what we're talking about in here. If you're reading that, like you can jump in to chat about that. Nobody's really talking about the main series anymore right now. Not until like we get some previews or some news about it. So I think she was playing a much larger game with the spinoff. It seems an Axis stuff was retcon. What do you mean it was retconned? Because the only like Axis user is supposed to be Phantominium. Besides that, there is nobody who really like because you can there's been assumption that Enryu is as well, but we don't know the details. So I don't know if it's necessarily retconned. I can't say that yet. I mean, we all complain about bad translations, but 99% don't even consider to pay anything for the work. Exactly. So I don't. Then you won't hear me complain. So it's just that just being a little bit objective. The translations are rough, but they give us a good concept, so I don't complain. No, I'm serious. Vortex scans are really bad. In the first chapter, the translation was a disaster. It changed the whole plot. Uh, it did though. It did low key though. You're not wrong. But look, I take it with a grain of salt. I just read it to at least get a concept, and then later on, if things change, I go back and read Christians. So maybe him breaking spells and destroying Gus Flames, Blossoms, and Trump. So you talking about the Gorgon Fist? His well, the Gorgon Fist is his. I think that's a Shinsoo based move. But maybe the law breaking. You're saying the law breaking fist, the law breaking power. Um, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I'll say I won't hate that. I don't love it, but I would like to think he doesn't use it because he seems so focused on using Shinsoo this chapter. Like I think he really honed in on it. I don't know if he's like necessarily using it. I just don't see where he would need it. Maybe later on as we continue the story, we'll see him come across like high rankers. Like, cause I don't know what this floor supervisor is. I don't know if he's a high ranker or he's an advanced ranker. I don't know what he is. But until we get like an idea of like where we're gauging his strength, I don't see where he would need to use it. Um, Yo Zenu, what's up Zenu? Got you. Yeah, if there's no spoilers for this end of season 3 and the spinoff, then I'll probably catch up since there's no. Yeah, no, there's no spoilers. Like you can read Urek's Ascent without understanding anything that happened in season 3. Like, no, really nothing. Like you'll get familiar with like the Lobopia family because there's like a member in the Urek story. There's a Lobopia member, but she doesn't even show up in the regular Tower of God. So there's really nothing. Like you can the way he's doing a good job with this story. You can straight up just read Urek's Ascent and not have read anything about the regular Tower of God. So yeah, he's done a good job for that to introduce new people into it. The princess might be the strongest regular we have seen so far. Aside from Urek, absolutely. I gotta see her fight. If she chooses to fight the supervisor with him, then I might give her that. But as far as her power goes, it looks pretty damn sick. It's just that I gotta like because Urek's willing to challenge a ranker, right? We've seen Urek tussle with a ranker, with that being dancing. Her, while this ghost being it's a ghost being made of Shinsoo, I don't know where to gauge this being because I can't see the ranker struggling with this ghost being. Like they would be able to delete him too. So I don't want to give her too much credence yet. But the power looks cool. It looks sick. It looks a little bit ridiculous. So, but at the very least, out of the regulars from the regular story, we've never seen nobody like take on a supervisor or whatever. Nobody willing to do that. So I'll give her that. But I mean, he's not. Well, the ghost is not really a supervisor. It's kind of like a machine. It's a little bit of a machine in a way. And it's made out of Shinsoo, but I there's just too many questions to answer. But at the very least, I'll give her extremely strong regular, one of the best we've seen right out the gate, like no doubt. Um, noticing something, did Urek get Pocket in the beginning of the arc? Because how was he able to talk Towerborn easily? That's a good point. That's a good point. That I'm gonna say Daniel without being too particular. I'm gonna say maybe it was passed off to him, maybe, but then again, he done wouldn't do something like that. So I don't know. That's a good question. Technically, he shouldn't be able to understand them. I guess you're right. It could be a part of his god power. It could be something. I would not be surprised if it was something like that. But um, what do you think about the tower being linked to the darkness that created Phantominium? He doesn't say Urek shouldn't be in the tower, chapter 1, or Urek said the tower is a dark place in chapter 6. What do you think about the tower being linked to the darkness that created Phantominium? So, a couple of you guys are familiar with my theories that are out there right now. So, um, in a couple of like the streams I've already had, I've said that I think the tower exists and this is not just my theory. Me and Zenu kind of both handcrafted this while talking in the Discord. Um, may think that the tower is built to create shining ones. So we know that Urek is a shining one, right? And he's supposed to be the last shining one. The people who got sent into the tower before Urek was born is Zahard and crew, right? The Great Warriors. Maybe the tower exists to create shining ones, and if you create a shining one, then a shining one can like obviously turn and fight Phantominium. So I'm thinking maybe all of them were sent into the tower to become shining ones, and so that they can overwhelm and beat Phantominium. That's my like theory right now without like too much evidence towards it. But the tower was made for a reason, and the thing that they do always say, especially with Rachel, is that she wants to see the stars when she gets to the top. What have we seen shining ones to kind of look like when in chapter 1 they look like stars in the sky? So I'm assuming that shining ones are people who make it to the top of the tower. Now, that's to say, I don't know how long this tower has been here. I don't know if the original shining ones actually come from the tower. I don't know, but that's just the guess. That's the theory that we've kind of pieced together that makes a little bit of sense. Could be completely wrong though. So, MB, but I'm out. I need to read the chapters first. All right, MB, enjoy, man. Enjoy your ride. I read a theory about the Roku woman and the princess might have some level of connection together. Right, Daniel. I think they're like Roku is the only woman that I can think of, at least as soon as season 3, because I don't know if you guys can think of any women in season 2 who have pink or rose gold, because her hair is rose gold. So I don't know if you guys can think of or rose blonde, whatever, however you want to put it, but it's like a rose blonde, rose gold. I can't think of any women in season 2 that fit that hair color. Not only that, the eyeliner is like a very deep giveaway because there's nobody with that type of style. So the hair plus the eyeliner kind of gives, and then Zenu brought it back to like the flower nations and her ability to use like plants. Um, the girl in the girl Roku, her the way she's dressed, it is flowery. Like the patterns on her stuff, and the emblem, this emblem on her. Let me see if I can pull her up real quick. Actually, I have a screenshot on my desktop that I can probably pull up. Let me see. Add a source. A new source. I should have a screenshot on my desktop. How many tears did you grow? I thought I had one. I thought I took a screenshot of her earlier. Cause I just dropped my review for chapter 9. If you guys didn't notice, I literally just dropped it like 20 minutes ago. So it's on the channel, and I wanted to really stream tonight just to kind of chat with y'all. So I kind of did both at the same time. It's kind of my first time doing that. I don't have it up here, but I actually have the chapter up. I still have the chapter up in my browser, so I can just screenshot it. Yep, this emblem on her chest. Could just be a family thing, but where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So let me crop this a bit. Obviously, yoink, and I'm gonna chop it down, chop it down, chop it down. So we just look at her clothes and her chop it down, and we get a better look. So look at the pattern of her clothing, right? Like the eyes kind of fit her eyes. For those who are familiar with the series, the Urek Ascent series, so her eyes has that like she has that black line. Though hers are different, and that could mean something. It could be like a part of the culture or whatever. Why hers are a bit different, but there's also the hair. So I kind of cut the hair off a bit, but this hair, her hair is like very close to her hair. But the flower, like the way she's dressed, and then you have this emblem down here that's connected to it. This gives like we were like Zenu's guess was like Flower Nation. She's from like one of the original like nations that existed before the Great Warriors, right? So this kind of emblem right here looks like something that could come from a family that's associated with that. To be honest, because I've not seen anything like this before, and it was never significant even when we saw it. But looking at it now, like it looks like something that would come from like that that type of time, if you ask me. So then looking at her design, just the way she's dressed, these are like flower, like these are like feathers. Like I keep saying flower, but they're like feathers. So yeah, she's like the closest thing I can think of to like what that princess might represent. So I don't know, but just a thought. All right, I'm getting lost in the comments here. I think Hedon gave him the pocket off screen. He could have, um, but it might be just something CU forgot, to be honest. Because he is kind of speed running through this a bit, so maybe I'm not paying too much. I'm not too worried about that. Um, but he does have to be careful because like there's already been some people pointing out inconsistencies with entering the tower versus then versus now. However, I think this is a completely different time than when Bomb entered, so I'm going to give a little grace. Let me turn my light on real quick. It's a little dark. Ugh. Light up a little bit. Oh. Have you guys been seeing these things around? These things? These things? I don't know what they're called, but my fiance got me one. And if you recognize One Piece, it's from Frankie from One Piece. So it's kind of sitting on my desk, but she's like going crazy for these little things. Oh, she just gave me that one. And I'm just like, okay, I'll keep it, I guess. Um, so this is the second time Urek's cheek has been slashed. True, you're taking damage by her was a bit of a shocker. I'm not gonna hold you. He is taking damage, and I don't know how I feel about that. Like he's looked OP this whole time, but him taking damage has been all right, man. He's supposed to be goated, so let me. If Danzin couldn't lift him, but she can slash his cheek, yeah, that's a little bit of a red flag, a little bit. Hoping for confrontation between Urek and the supervisor, but I think it will be interrupted. I don't think they're gonna duke it out. I don't think so. Um, I got hyped for the Danzin fight, and so now supervisor jumping in. I just think it's too early. Though we already get the vibes of the supervisors and what they do. They kind of pack out regulars they don't like. Like we kind of got that gist already that they kind of attack regulars without fail. So they're just gonna add Urek to that list, but he's probably gonna be at the top of the list. Like they're gonna be the test and everything. Just expect some real sabotaging going off in Urek, which is gonna create a fun dynamic to see. And this might actually be what causes this floor supervisor to lose his job because they low key are look like he's. I can see him plotting on Urek, him and having the supervisors like really be really like as we say like where I'm from shiesty about it, like really sneaky in doing that. So this might what cause that for real for real. He might blow their whole spot up. So perhaps the tower exists to create a being that surpasses the luminous ones. That also could be a thing. Then it could be better than the luminous or shining ones, however you want to say it. What up? What did I miss? And what are we talking about? What's up, Supreme? We just talking about Urek's Ascent. Discussing the newest chapter of Urek's Ascent that just dropped like a day or two ago. Rachel wants to be a luminous one. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Remember that Phantominium betrayed the darkness when he refused to return with the jewels, so maybe the darkness created the tower to create its own chosen bomb who will defeat Fanta. I do think the tower exists to maybe stop Fanta. I think it might be like, but I don't know if it's something the outside God necessarily controls. Like, it might be something as old as time, to be honest. I don't know. And what sucks is we're probably not going to get any more details. Besides, when we meet Fanta, I doubt we're going to get any more details on like the actual world building there. Urek the chosen by the light and Bomb chosen by the darkness to tag team Phantominium, the king of the jewels, and creatures who gain the power of light by infusing the jewels with him. The problem with that concept is, Muhammad, everybody believes that Bomb is gonna end up a villain in the end of the story. And to be honest, he has the makeup of it. So while yes, like those are the concepts, Urek's light and Bomb's darkness, I do believe that Bomb in the end of the story will be the evil one. I absolutely wholeheartedly believe that. I don't think it's something he's going to be able to control. As good-willed in nature as he wants to be, I think the outside God's power within him will eventually cause him to be the villain in the very, very end. Like, because the story that we're getting from our perspective, like, you got Tower of God is a story about perspectives, right? So like what we're getting Urek's perspective, right? And it kind of changes how we look at like the tower a little bit because Urek's different. Bomb is supposed like he is like if you're looking at it from Zahar's side, Bomb looks like evil, right? He looks like the promised evil that's supposed to come for you, like the prophecy, right? So it really depends on what you look at, and there have been many theories over the years that Bomb is the evil one. So I don't know. You can be good natured and turn evil. There are plenty of series like that where like you start off as the good guy. Like what's a good example, like something I'm reading right now, right? Would be Seven Deadly Sins, but the Four Nights of Apocalypse. So I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Seven Deadly Sins, Four Nights of Apocalypse, but Seven Deadly Sins with um Meliodas in them. King Arthur, right? King Arthur is good in the regular series. Like he's a good kid. He's supposed to be King Arthur later on. In Four Knights, he's evil. The power of chaos has taken over, and he was been projected to be the king of chaos, and he is evil right now. So I think it's a similar concept there, where like it could eventually turn into that. I think that's like the best comparison I could probably compare it to, as far as at the top of my head. So reminds me of Naruto versus Sasuke versus Madara. Right, and that's also like it's all about perspective. Who you think is wrong. Like it's the same thing like Attack on Titan. Like I don't think Aaron's wrong, right? Like why should my entire race be destroyed for the rest of the world? I don't care. Like I didn't get the choice to be born this. Why do we have to die out? That's not fair. Okay, it's us against y'all. That's like I would take that same approach because I want to live too. Like I don't want to have to die. Like that's the biggest conflicting concept with Attack on Titan, right? Um, I can't believe CU wasted Roku's design. Yeah, yo, she got packed up so fast, and now that she's a little bit relevant right now because I'm talking about her, but like like she really got packed up in a chapter, and that sucks. Uh, um, Princess is very strong because she basically uses the power of soul from her sword she uses. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. I don't. Her power is a little bit difficult to understand because she's chanting, right? So that's why I am kind of falling in line with Zenu's like concept of like plant god E because she's literally chanting, as she's like using her abilities. Like we don't see people chant when they use shinsoo. We've never seen that. We like in no parts of the tower have we ever seen anybody besides like if they're casting spells. But even with like casting spells, I can't remember anybody chanting their power and then using it. Can you guys think of anybody on top of your head that chants their power before using it? I can't think of anybody at the top of my head. I don't know if the game is canon or not, but in the game, the new princess was introduced, and as one of the dialogues, she said Fantomina came to the tower long before she became a princess. I believe that. I'm willing to believe that. As we've seen before, which like I've made the argument too, is that the tower's time flows completely different, right? Like we know that Bomb followed Rachel right after she went into the tower, right? But she had already advanced like a few steps ahead of him. Wasn't far, but she did. And so if he like was maybe 30 seconds or a minute behind her, that could be like a month, or that could have been like what, maybe 10 days. I don't know. If Urek was following Phantominium and maybe let's say he was like days behind them, and let's just say he was like 4 or 5 days behind them, that could equal up to like 500 years, maybe 5,000 years. She's not that old, so let's just say 500 years, right? Then like yeah, then if that's in the, also gotta take the game with the grain of salt because the game is the game, right? But usually like the way like we've seen Bomb's story go, time is a little bit, you know, like a little bit of a weird concept in the story to kind of get a grasp on. Am I the only one who having audio problems? Is it me? Let me know if it's me. Let me know if you can't hear me properly. It could be me. Just let me know. The ranker was holding back though. True. I guess that's true. I guess Danzan was holding back. I guess that's true. I think we should do a Discord voice chat sometime. Absolutely, absolutely. I will go out and then re-enter. The Tower of God New World game dropped some lore on the spinoff. They aren't super accurate, but avoiding to Traumer, Urek, and Fanta has already fought before. Hmm? According to Traumer, Urek and Fanta have already fought before. They did drop. Oh no! Yeah, I know about that. I do know about that. Like that's an event. Like I said, I'm looking forward to. We kind of discussed that in the last stream. Like significant events that happen that involve Urek. We are probably going to see those. Like we're going to see in this side story, Urek and Fanta meet each other, and Urek's going to get laughed at because he's going to get laughed at. Like that was a thing that supposedly happened. They met and he laughed at him, and like after that, Urek kind of seems like he got trapped inside the tower, while it seems like Fanta left. So we're gonna see like the forming of Walhi Song. We're gonna meet Bayek Ryun, which I know Zenu's theory is that this princess is Bayek Ryun. I don't know, but it's plausible at this point. But um, fast. I think Time Stew is more personally involved with the game lore. Hmm, that'd be interesting if he was. If he was. I think it's fine. Now, cool. You think CU will turn Bomb into an Aaron? Nah, bro. I don't think an author is gonna repeat the same mistakes as Shinama did with Aaron. Bomb is the MC. That's not the theme of Todd. But if you take if you take the concept of Bomb, he does look evil from the other side. He does look evil. And his power is all consuming. Like there's darkness within him. And based on the way season 3 ended, what we learned about where he comes from, his origins are dark. His origins are dark. His parents are kind of dark. You before we knew about what actually is inside him, you might have gave him a little bit of grace, right? No pun intended. But now it's a little bit spooky over there. Like what they might have did to like whatever he is. I don't know. Like a good, because if we're talking good versus bad, the basic good versus bad, it don't look good over there. You don't do that to your son. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You getting okay? So like just taking what V said, right? Getting revenge for your wife by putting yourself inside your son and seemingly making your son a machine for revenge is not a good concept and not a good thing to do. It is not. No matter how you spin that, it is not. So while I understand what you mean in terms of Aaron, I don't want to take it as far as Aaron, but there are plenty, and I'm talking about this is way before me, theories that you can probably search up on YouTube and find in Discords of Bomb being the bad guy, being the enemy. This is like this is not a new thing. This is not a new thing. And even if you look at Bomb's design. Man has literal devil horns growing out of his head, bro. Like that's not the sign of a good character. I'm sorry. That's not that looks pretty damn evil. At the very least, Bomb is definitely born of malice. Like that is like 100% undeniable, born of malice. So I wonder if this princess can control the 13-month ghost if she activates two at once, concerning her ability. That's a good question. I wonder how. Well, her ability is supposed to be possession, so but that's a good question. If she can possess weapons, and she could possibly be the princess that like she could be the one, like the one. That's a good question. I keep that in the back of my head. Um, in the game, the princess says souls from her sword. Ah, okay, yeah, somebody did tell me that last week. There was Poe beat out with the fluffy hat. He was chanting something, but we didn't get to see because Chop hacked him. Oh, that guy, there, that Poe beat out guy. I remember who you're talking about. Um, yeah, I guess you're right. Yo, MS, what's up, MS? Where you been at, man? In the game, we saw Princess reveal who defeated White. Right, it was Wait, did y'all? Did you? The other side is Zahar, though. Who cares about what Zahar think is evil or not? Zahar killed Bomb as a baby, and that was before he had any powers. Zahar is pure evil and psychotic. I agree with you to an extent. I'm sorry. I agree with you to an extent because there is a reason why. I'm sorry. It's perspective. Zahard has helped the tower. Like there's undeniable evidence that Zahar has helped the tower push forward as a tower. Like in everything he's created, he has helped. There are dark secrets, and there are dark secrets everywhere though. There are dark secrets in our own governments. And oh my god, YouTube, don't shut me down. But no, there are like dark secrets in every like power structure of any government. So while I understand, and I'm not defending what Zahar did because no, it was crazy, it was sick, but but does one life outweigh the good he's done for the majority? I don't know. Why do you think he has a bunch of loyal followers who are willing to desecrate Arlen's grave for him? Like I don't know. I, you're fair to stick on that side. Also, I am a massive Zahard fan. Everybody in my Discord and in my community knows I am the Zahard fan, so don't get it twisted. Part of this is me defending Zahard because I'm the biggest Zahard fan, but no, like don't get me wrong. Zahard has done some crazy shit, but that does not mean that like Bomb can't be the evil one in terms of if he's gonna call like anybody would is willing like and this is in real life. If I cause a war during a peaceful time, if I cause a war right now in the U.S., if I caused a war and I'm forcing countries and floors to fight each other and families to fight each other and people are dying, I'm the evil one. The people are gonna call evil me. I'm the evil one because I'm causing a lot of death for my own selfish reasons. And that's fit. That's they wouldn't be wrong because like at the end of the day, most people care about themselves. So you're disrupting my peace because of something that happened to you and your family tens of thousands of years ago. Sorry, I don't care. Like most people aren't gonna care. Like, so I don't know. But Zahar's my goat though. Don't get it twisted. I call myself the son of Zahar. Uh, until I get the reason why he did it, besides the love reason, because I think it's deeper than the love reason. Um, I'm gonna defend my goat, man. Yeah, but from what Traumery said in the games, it looks like Urek fought Fanta on the outside, and that apparently that the fight was felt in the tower as well. Post that in the Discord. I'd like to see it. I'm in the night shift, so I might be a bit later. Okay, yeah, post that in the because I don't exactly remember that, but I don't. I'm not saying I don't believe you, but I don't remember. I know the whole Fanta and Urek fight thing, but I thought that happened in the tower. Um, wait, who's this princess? I talked about it with Zenu, but what if Plant God is tied to Chaos? We know Enryu is tied to Fanta, and his power is in old blog posts had the power to bring life. Hmm. Machine God could be tied to Workshop and Order side of Luminous One, and of Order side of Luminous One. Plant God is tied to Chaos, and Machine God could be tied to Workshop. Honestly, I wonder if the machine gun is Maxef. I wonder if that's like Maxef, to be honest. Like I could believe an argument that Maxef is the machine gun because when you think about the workshop, right? The Great Words entered the tower. The tower was not domesticated. Okay, the tower was basically plants and machines running around, right? Maybe at that point the workshop was just churning out machines. Like the workshop existed, right? Because the workshop exists on the inside and outside of the tower, right? Maybe Maxev is the machine god, and because like that would only make sense to me. That would make a lot of sense to me. They may have known like just thinking about Plant and Machine God, the people who called them Plant and Machine God may have known them as that. Like the Plant and Machine Gods during that time, right? But the workshop had to exist outside of like before the Great Warriors domesticated the tower. It's not like the Great Warrior domesticated the tower and then the workshop moved in and started building up the floors. I'm thinking maybe here's a deep dive, right? Plant and Machine God existed. They were going to war with each other. They were beefing actually. The Plant God is tied to the people. The people are tied to the Plant God because the Plant God obviously creates life, creates food, creates resources, right? That's what you would assume the Plant God does. So the Machine God would be looked at as the evil one because machines, right? Like what can machines really do for you? In terms of like what we saw, the machine god would be looked at as somebody who creates destruction. You're creating machines to kill things. That's all we saw. We didn't see machines that help things until like obviously after Zahar's rule, you see like the cities and everything and technology and everything, right? But that may have come after the fact. They may have come after maybe Zahar partners with Maxef, who is the machine god, and they maybe they sealed the plant god on the upper floors, just throwing it out there. But maybe they seal the plant god. Then Maxev makes a deal with Zahar, blah blah blah. The workshop becomes like an established thing within the tower. Boom. Like I'm just I'm throwing it out there just as a thing that could possibly make sense. But I can see like plant. There's no way like for me to. I can't see a plant god and a machine god working in tandem together. Like I can't see that because they counter each other in terms of what they are. So maybe in terms of what's beneficial, maybe the machine god would benefit. Well, maybe the machine god saw an opportunity, which would be Max F. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Max F was he's supposed to. Yeah, no. Max F was supposed to be in the tower from the beginning. From the beginning, before they got there. So I'm willing to take a small bet. Let's just say if we take it out of 10, I'm willing to take a 5 out of 10 chance that Maxef could possibly be this machine god. I'm willing to believe that. Cam, thanks for the donation, my boy. Was it hard the first to climb the tower by himself, as he stated? Did all 13 make it up at the top together? I think they did it together. I think they absolutely did it together. Zahard Zahard may have been like weird and different. Like he may have been like the guy who stood out. But I don't think he was like I don't think he's a heartless dude. Like obviously he loved Crazy because of the whole Arlene thing, right? But his friends were still his friends, and even in the flashbacks, they're all still friends. So, and if he wanted to become king, he didn't have to make his friends kings either. Like the contract that was given him, he didn't have to like make everybody else on the same level. He could have just took over if he really wanted to be like that. Now they possibly could have like murked him, obviously, because they're all strong. But I'm just saying, Zahar doesn't give me solo type of guy. Never has. I think he needs his friends in a way, but the way the way Annie talks about him, she talks as if like this guy's like filth, like the filth, like the craziest man alive. Like she literally, like it's so crazy to think that any like one of the strongest princesses to exist and Gustang's daughter discovered the truth about whatever is going on with Zahard and lost her shit. Like lost her shit. Like that's just she lost her shit so bad she started murdering princesses. Like just everybody. I'm murking everybody. Now then there's theories behind that, right? There's the theory that Zahar, she found out the truth. Zahar found out that she knew the truth, and that Zahar was controlling her blood and making her spaz out and murder all the princesses. That way that he can entrap her, and because she knows too much. That's that's a great theory. That makes a ton of sense. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And like the coolest thing about this was like that little bit that that we did get, which I don't know if we talked about that enough during like the regular Tower of Gods, when it was like when we was getting the week to weeks. I don't know if we really talked about that. Like we didn't really talk too much about this part, right? I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. Um, like we talked about it a little bit, and maybe I'm just remembering because I'm a bit of an old guy. But give me a sec. I'm gonna go. We'll go find this real quick. So back in the flashbacks. Flashbacks. The red dump flashbacks was around here. Zenu, where are you? What chapter is the red dump flashbacks? Oh, never mind. I got it. Zenu's like an encyclopedia. Uh, I think I got it. I got it. Okay. 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 So I think is it 640? Yep. Yep. Here we go. So I'm breaking some of my rules here because I don't typically do this, but we're chatting here, right? So YouTube isn't watching my stream anyway, so who gives a shit? All right. Give me a sec. Let me adjust these. So I don't know if I remember talking about this little bit with y'all that much, right? Father, I know the truth now, Annie. And mind you, this is the official, right? This is the official. So, mind you, some of the translations are different what you remember. This is the official. But Father, I know the truth now, Annie. I can't stand to be around King Jihad anymore. Where is this all coming from all of a sudden? I found out what the king threw away in the garbage dump. What garbage dump? What in the world do you mean? Do you really not know what I'm talking about, Father? No, I have no idea what the meaning of this. Father, you're the greatest intellectual in the tower as well as the record keeper in the charge of recording history. Are you saying you honestly don't know what King Jihad put in the garbage dump? Father, King Jihad trapped himself in there. What? So, like, that whole thing, that little piece, I don't remember discussing it at super duper length with y'all. That little piece. Like that's where we started talking about like all the like the wing noms and the Karaka. Oh, Karaka. Sorry, I didn't. I got sick mentioning Karaka. I'm sorry. My stomach hurt. Oh God, Karaka. What a disgusting character. But not but the captain and all. This is like kind of where all the theories started. We started crafting all those theories, right? But any how like how does Zahard find out what any found out, right? So like, is it through the blood? Is it the fact that she's a princess already, and that it gives him like complete access to all of the princesses, which would be insane amount of control over them. Like, for instance, she found out the information, and he's able to like track her with her blood, so he's able to like see and tell what she's thinking and shit. That's like crazy. That's crazy work. Crazy work. Gus should remember now since he has his memories back. Oh, I absolutely think he does. It's just it's something that we'll like probably stumble upon more obviously in season 4. But oh, I thought you was telling me to check the Discord chat. I was getting lost in the chat too. But no, yeah. So like, how does Zahar discover that she discovered Arlen's diary? Like, and then he creates an elaborate a plan to lock her up. Speaking of which, season 4 has got to be like the last season of Tower of God, right? It's got to be. It's got to end here, right? Like this has to be it. No, it's not it. Okay, it's probably not it. It's probably not it. I'm just talking shit because there are still like 6 families that we have to like deep dive into. Like there's like 6 families that we have no idea about. So I'm just talking shit. I just don't. I think it's almost impossible to dive into every family. I think it's impossible. I do think it's impossible. I don't see how we dive into every family. I don't see how we spend the time to do that. I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, let me. Sorry, I got lost in the comments. Let me get back to y'all real quick. Um, interpretation of the game would have the Shalal model, but considering how fast they dropped the event, I won't be surprised if this is time to see you. is a little bit more involved this time. No one can replace Zahara as the king. If he's gone, it will be chaos. Absolutely. That's why Urek won't let the revolutionary shine. That's also also a good point, Urek. The reason why the actual Urek will not let the revolutionaries cause chaos and cause wars in the towers while he's willing to chase them down is because without Zahar, everything breaks. Like the entire tower shatters. Like it goes completely downhill. So, um, yeah, that's why. And that's also, yeah, that's a good point. True, Zahar helped the tower, but the tower has a purpose. It was built for a reason, and Zahar is preventing this purpose from being fulfilled. No, you're right, but it could be for good reason, though. That's what I'm saying. It could be good. It could be for good reason. We don't know. Like, yeah, the goal is to climb the tower, but we don't know what the reason is. And if Phantominium, who met Zahar, we know that he met Zahar. Phantominium's okay with it. I I'm not saying Phantominium's right, but he's okay with it. Like for whatever reason, he's okay with it. I don't know. Oh shit, I'm still in the party chat. Yeah, my fault. No, you good. You good. I forgot I was in the party chat. Um. Uh. Let me move my headphones. I never wear my headphones when I talk to you. I don't like wearing headphones when I'm streaming. Um. Spells could be tied to Chaos Shadow, so by the logic, since Zahar and Trom cooked on necromancy, I wouldn't be surprised if Zahar used Trom body to create demon weapon. I still think that's going to happen. I still absolutely think Zahar is using Trom's body for something. Absolutely. 100%. Well, you are right, but he must have a reason. Probably just like the hidden floor, people were to disappear and completely. We all know the hidden floor shadows many future events. Yeah, I still think the biggest thing I want to see right off the rip when season 4 starts is Zahar's army. Look, I'm gonna pull it up since I'm pulling up panels. I'm gonna pull up the panel. Let me pull up the panel, man. What I want to see. This is all I want to see, man. You see this, man? You see this? See this, man? He thought he was safe. He thought he was safe. He thought it was over. I never thought a monster like that would show up. We could have been in big trouble. I'm glad to see those guys are saved. Da da da. Shouldn't have died yet. Da da da. Right here, a fleet. What is that? Looks like it was an invisible ship. There was an invisible ship. That insignia is from Zahar. This is what I want to see. This is the biggest thing I care about. How do they handle coming across Zahar's army, bro? That's what I care about the most. Like everything else is cool. Princesses cool. Adori cool. Revolutionaries running into Zahar's army? Show me the money. Okay? Show me the money. I gotta see it. I gotta see the result of that and what happens. Do they fight through them? Is it discussion? Like, what's going on? What is happening? I've always wondered what if V was able to get outside and he didn't actually die and was the outside god that sent Enryu. We know he has ties to the workshop who exist outside. Enryu has ties to the workshop outside? Is that true? Talk a little bit more about that. I don't remember. Maxev wasn't supposed to be. He was supposed to be in the Towers of Great War. Yeah, I read that one. Maxev was there before he didn't get. Yeah, I read that too. V thinks Bomb is made for revenge, but that's not entirely true. Bomb is also supposed to climb until the end. He's God's chosen to climb the Tower of God, but God couldn't care less about revenge. This God couldn't care less about revenge. I don't know, Muhammad. I think it's still revenge because if the outside God wants Bomb to climb the tower for first of all, for what reason? What does the outside God want Bomb to climb the tower for? To stop Zahar? Okay, cool. Stop Zahar. Then you climb to the top of the tower. What our theory is he becomes a luminous one. Okay, what is he becoming a luminous one for? To defeat Phantominium. So the outside God, we know that he's mad at Phantominium for keeping the jewels and not coming back to darkness. cool. But that's still like it's still overall like a revenge plot. It's still in malice, and it's still to kill or get something to get somebody. The plant god may be related to Bayek the forest. Well, yeah, Yurik. Zenu made a really good theory in our Discord that Bayek is the princess. This is Princess Bayek Reun. That is his theory, and that she will eventually drop the Zahar name. I love the theory. I do love the theory, and he could be right. He could be right. Nobody said that Bayek was a guy. Nobody ever said that. Mr. Rabbit and Tower Admins want strife. Machine God represents total order, and Plant God exists as countermeasure. Chaos since life is tied to death. Zahar locked himself in the red garbage dump because he knows he's garbage. Hey yo, stop coming at my guy. Stop it. All I'm gonna say is V unless like give me Dio from JoJo vibes with the level of spite. That is true. That is true. They got the malice or what's the menacing gift? Hold on. Where's the menacing gift? The menacing gift. It is pure menacing. Like this, it is pure. It's just this. You know, if you watch JoJo, you're so familiar with this. It's just all menacing, bro. It's like that. Yeah, that's purely what it is. Like Lust Second V really give like real evil revenge. You took my girl, even though Zahar got his girl took technically, but they like on a mission to like really like get Zahar back, and it's so crazy. This is the craziest get back I've ever seen in any series ever. Like they willing to get resurrected, they willing to die. Lustlek willing to I don't know merge his face because we still don't know what happened to Lustlek's face. Man, they going the craziest routes. They sacrificing people. They making people into thorns and shit. Like, bro, hell no. Um, check your Discord about the princess reveal thing. Okay, Discord, pulling up the Discord, pulling up the Discord. In the meantime, um, I say we see less like full power in season 4. Definitely. Princess reveal thing. By the way, how do you think current bomb would fare against the version of or Urek in this fight? I think current bomb just this Urek, no problem. Though the X factor is his shining one power, which we don't know what it does. That's the X factor. But right now, the current version of bomb absolutely dips this Urek. Am I checking my DMs? Oh, Princess who defeated White in his time. They used Shalile's model with different hair color. I wonder if that's Princess. Yelby's developers. It's a video. Target library. I wonder if I can play this on stream. Let's see if I can play this on stream. If we get taken down, we get taken down. If we get taken out, we get taken out. They're going to take me out. As far as I'm concerned, it's free. It's free promo. It's free promo. All right, what we got? Oh, this is a 28-minute video? Oh, no, never mind. This is a 28-minute video. I ain't gonna hold you. This the whole thing is not gonna get played. It's like it's not gonna happen. Yeah, I tell you what. I'm gonna keep reading, but I'm gonna leave that thing up right there. I'm gonna leave that thing up right there. If anything pop up, I see it. But all right. Back to my comments. Uh, there's a theory on. Oh wait, there we go. Because things should remember. Yeah, no. Probably 2 or 3 more seasons. I think at least 2 seasons. I think at least two. You do three, that's 15 years, bro. That's almost 15 years. I don't got it. I don't got it. Depends on the length of the seasons, but no, 2 seasons at max. You got to. The Tower of God story itself is very vast. Yes, it is. See whose hand's gonna fall off before the story ends. Facts. Like, it's like, yeah. Though we ain't hit One Piece levels yet, it's the closest thing. It's gonna be hard considering the time we wasted on season 3 and we haven't even moved the floor up. Let's see if she can bring my soda up. Can you answer? I'll be right back. Baby, can you hand me that Zoro soda? You can down there. I'll get it. Thank you. I'm gonna show it on stream. Oh, my fault. My fault. My fault. I wanted to. So my lady, she got me this right. It's it's for y'all Zoro fans. I got a Zoro soda. So I ain't tried this one. I tried the I had a Gorn one and a Piccolo one. That one was good. All those two were good. The Zoro one is honey lemon flavored spark. It's sparkling water. They are sparkling, but it's pretty good for sparkling water to be honest. Honey lemon flavored sparkling water. See what it's hitting for. Oh, this joint bang! Oh my god! I ain't gonna hold you. This joint bang. That joint good. That don't even taste like sparkling water. It tastes like soda. Okay. There's a theory on Reddit that reason Zahar never went after Urek like he went after Bomb is because Phantominium attacked Zahar Palace to warn him not to touch Urek. I didn't think about that. But what? But Zahar couldn't do anything to Urek anyway. I don't think Zahar could do anything to Urek anyway. Um, Muhammad, do me a favor. Link if there's like a theory, like a thread to read, because I love reading Reddit theories. Put it on. Can you put it in my Discord or at least send me a message? I like to read it just to see what like I like to mix concepts up together and form my own theories. So if you don't mind, because Phantom Minion wants to devour Urek after he turns him into a jewel, but Urek is still too young, but not in his peak. That's true. That's a good point. Is still too young, so he has to get stronger first before he devours him. That's a good point. That's a good point. But the problem I have with like theories like that is that Shinsoo doesn't exist outside of the tower, and most of these people's strength come from Shinsoo. So it's just like, how are they exactly getting stronger? Now Yurek's a different case, obviously, because he's already like technically a luminous one or a god. But I'm it's hard to follow that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Although I'm Team Arlen, I can't wait to see Zahar army in action against them. One thing I want to see in the spinoff of Urek is meeting Robert Iceland, just for Robert to tell him in his face that he ain't built enough to fight Fanta. Who's that? I don't remember who that is. Forgive me. Bro said Seal gonna hang gonna fall off. No, in fact, it's facts though. I was thinking that Vega has ties with the workshop, not in Ryu, and they could have helped him out and faked his death. Uh, I don't know. It's too many questions around V's death, especially since we know that at one point Gustang claims to have seen his dead body, right? Gustang says that when V gets revealed, he says that what is that guy doing here? I confirmed your death. So it's hard to how that's so difficult to understand. God, I can't wait to get to the meat and bones and stuff like that because like yeah, fooling him was crazy. Is that like a young white right there? It's at 27 minutes. Her face reveal at 27. Okay, I'll jump. I'll jump. I'll jump. I'll jump. We'll jump. We'll jump. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Here. Okay. 27. 26:45. Okay. That's an interesting eye tattoo. What's that weapon she has? Can I see that again? That is that looks like a rapier. That could be the same. Mm. But that girl doesn't serve Zahar. She doesn't like Zahar, so I can't see it being her. I'm talking to myself. Don't mind me. I'm talking to myself. I don't know if there's anything I can do with that. There's nothing I can do with that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do with that. Especially they don't give a name. They don't give a reference to a family. I don't know if there's anything I can do with that. If Bomb's darkness or dark Shinsu is an outside power, do you think Yurik will recognize it if he were to see it? Maybe it will remind him of Fanta. I do think that's Supreme. That's actually a good point. Don't watch the whole thing. Her face reveal. Oh yeah, we're done. Damn, Mark, you have a mind. Yo, saying that I'm drinking a minority hunter Zoro drink is insane. Yo, I gotta get off stream after that. That's insane. That is insane. I shouldn't be drinking this, right? Zoro is a minority hunter. I 100% believe that. I 100% believe that. I absolutely follow the crazy people who say that Zoro hunt minorities. Yes, I absolutely agree with that. I should not be supporting this man by drinking his drink. I I betray my own people. Damn. I'm down bad right now. Oh shit. Damn, it is good. That's the bad part. Shalila Zahara showed interest in Bond with her trauma rate. With trauma rate dead, Lobopia is set at the bottom of the food chain. Do you think she will try to marry him and try to make Bond the new head of Lobopia? I mean, that was what trauma is trying to do anyway. But Bond already said no, and I don't think anything's gonna change. I don't think anything's gonna change. Um, I honestly think Lobopia is gonna be phased out. The princesses will be relevant at some point, but only in service to Robodon. So once like Robodon's role gets set, so who knows what Robodon does, right? I think the future of every Lobopia depends on Robodon. If Robodon does not give Tromori's body to Zahard, traitor, 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 traitor. It's a rap. He's a traitor because we already know Tromori's body will be used for something. It has to be. But if he refuses to give his father's body back, traitor. And then the princesses, I think they go in lockstep. Like they don't leave Zahard's army. They probably get absorbed into Zahard's army, and that's probably just to protect their mother. Knowing them is to protect their mother. Um, as far as their contact with Bomb, I don't think they see each other again. Not for a very long time. I sent the Reddit link in Discord. Thanks, Muhammad. I appreciate it. He was chosen by Tromri himself as an heir, and he was allowed to marry Zahar Princess by Zahar himself. What's better candidate? They're not gonna let him. It ain't gonna happen. They're gonna like trust and believe 150 million%, and they're not wrong. They're not wrong. They are gonna blame Tromri's death on Bomb. It's nobody else's fault. It's not gonna be on. It's not gonna be just on. They're gonna cause. They're gonna say Gustang started the war and was a part of the war, but if you have eyes and you saw what happened, Bomb killed Trommery. Bomb technically killed Trommery. By V getting released, bodying him, allowing, basically taking him out of the game, and then we know that like he lost his immortality, blah blah blah, and he took himself out. It's gonna fall on Bomb. Bomb is it's like they're gonna if we haven't already realized this, Zahara is a master manipulator. He's gonna manipulate the story to one. Obviously, Gustang's getting punished already. He's already getting punished. But Bomb and Adori already said it at the end of the chapter. Who is the next target that they're searching for immediately? It's Bomb. It's because it technically, he's not wrong. It's Bomb's fault. Trommery could have handled himself. Like, I don't think Gustang would have won the fight, and I don't think that Trommery would have won the fight. I think the fight would have continued, and Urek probably would have ended it. But I don't think either one of them would have defeated each other because it was kind of at a stalemate place. Now, granted, you could say that Gustang almost overwhelmed Trommery with the Blossom Fire, and it was gonna melt him and kill him because he did get to a point where he kind of got saved by Urek. But I don't think that kills Trommery. I don't think Trommery dies. Like it's like it takes a to me it takes a lot to kill them. So for me, I Bomb is gonna be like besides Gustang, number one suspect, number one problem. Everything like Adori's already on his head top. Like it's bad when she's like mentioning him by name. Like that's who she's after. Bro he better stay next to Lustlek for the rest of the series until he ready to learn until his dad teach him when you guys teach him, he better stay next to Lustlek for the rest of the series, bro. Or he gonna get packed. Bomb gonna get packed real bad. I'm sorry. Adori will pack him. Um Robert's the head of the ranking, or the head of the guy who is the head of the ranking system. Okay, I do remember that. Okay, I remember who that is now. Also, did you watch the Tower Climb in Reef Theory? You said you might talk about it on stream. Tower Climb in Reef. No, I haven't watched that yet. I do still have the video in my watch later, but I haven't watched it yet. Um, I could probably watch it at work tomorrow night. That might be a good thing to listen to and do at work tomorrow night. I'm gonna. I might try to listen to it at work tomorrow night. That's It's still in my save list. Give me a second. Cause I'll be just looking for stuff to listen to while I'm at work. Yep. Yeah, I'll put it on the listen to it tomorrow at work. That'd be nice. Um, and then yeah, maybe I'll talk about part of so what I think about it on stream. My next stream. Shinwa Ryu might be the last thing to get them stronger, even when they go to the outside. Considering the Ryu, the irregulars exclusive. I gotta read that again. Shinwa Ryu might be the thing that gets them stronger, even when they go the outside, considering it's a regular exclusive. But they said that Urek didn't go through Revolution though. Urek didn't go through Revolution though. He doesn't have a Shinwa Ryu as far as what we know. Yeah, yeah. Urek doesn't have a Shinwa Ryu. He doesn't have an evolution. So I that kind of pokes a little bit of a hole there. Because he's not the type. I can't even see him doing it. I can't even see him doing it. Though I guess his goal would be to get stronger to fight on Phantominium, but he's focused on escaping. So I don't know if he feels like he's stronger now. But yeah, the God Guardian said it was nothing for him to gain from it. Mark can't run from the allegations on. Listen, I'm still drinking it too. Like, look, I'm cooked. It is what it is. Like, clip it, clip it for the future. Speaking of any, what do you think the heroine CU always talked about is? A lot of people think it's any. I think it is any. I think it has to be. I mean, it. Okay, let me not say I think it has to be. As far as who has the most motivation, it is undoubtedly any. Sealed, knows the truth, beautiful girl, Gustang, her father is already at war with Zahard. She has enough motivation. Now, granted, we don't know what else Arlen wrote in that book. So, for example, right, have we ever considered Arlen writing the beginning concepts of what bomb is? So we know that a lot of the stuff that she wrote was you couldn't decipher it, right? But she could have been writing plans to go to the outside god, have him revive bomb, create this creature to get revenge. Like all that could have been in there, right? Annie could absolutely positively be revolted by bomb. 100% because she knows what he is. Now, it could be one of those things where she has to be around him to get to know him. Maybe they're on the same side. Maybe she gets to know him. She gets to like him. Because Bomb has one of those personalities that you kind of gravitate towards. That's how his character is written. But at the beginning, I can see her like disgusted by him. Like disgusted by the whole idea of everything that around him. Um, Plot twist: Yama marries Laura and becomes the head. No, I tried to wrap my head around it. No, no. I'm sorry, Eric. No. Do people realize Eric said tower is a dark place? Whatever that means, but it doesn't seem like the tower is linked to the light or luminous ones. If anything, it's linked to the darkness. Muhammad, the only thing I would say to combat that is that at the top they say that they want to see the stars. The luminous ones or the shining ones, however whatever you want to say it, that's like a direct reference. Like to that has to be a direct reference to them. Cuz when in the first chapter of Urek's Ascent, the shining ones or the luminous ones look like stars. Their concept comes from darkness and stars. So if Rachel wants to climb the tower to see the stars, like it's kind of in tandem. So that would be my only like inside the tower maybe. At the top of the tower supposed to be stars. So That would be like my only like rebuttal to that. Hey, yo, stop. Laura is taken. My bad. I just want Yama to be relevant again. No, I love, but Yama had a great showing. Listen, and I did when I did my characters part, right? If you guys haven't seen this video, I recommend you go see it. Um, this video here, if you haven't watched it, ugh, if I can stop chopping it off. But it's this one with the characters. It's about the characters. Well, I talk about the characters in season 3. I got my whole YouTube up. But yeah, the one I want to talk about the characters, highly recommend. I gave Yama his flowers a little bit. Like I think Yama had one of the best showings, like at the end of the season. So Yama had a great start, very bad mid, very bad middle. Like got packed up. Ran across Yas Ratcha, got packed up real bad, got bloodied, got put down multiple times, not just once, multiple times, got slapped around. No, he was cool in the beginning of the war until he came across Yas Ratcha, and then he got his ass beat. But when Yama got his power up, and when he came across um what's my guy's name? I can't think of his name. I can't think of my guy's name. Um, Dumas. When he came across Dumas and he got packed, like he kicked Dumas and they didn't do nothing. Like, look, I will fully admit that Yama had a bad showing, but he had a decent comeback when he got his power up and he was fighting the revolutionaries. He was the only one really doing damage to the revolutionaries out there. Who else out there was fighting the revolutionaries, giving them work besides him and Robodon? It was him and Robodon out there getting them work. Everybody else is out there is getting work. Okay, the Revs is giving them the business. Yama was out there like, even though like he faced off with one of the ones who want to replace the family heads, and she ain't even pack him out. She did some damage, but she ain't pack him out. But he's better to pack up the electric sisters. So like, I gotta give Yama his flowers. When the war came around, he did his thing a little bit. He got power ups, but hey, I cut the man a little slack. He's like he had a very bad middle. Good start, very bad long stretch to the middle. I'm talking about, okay, we starting from 1 to 100, right? Yama did good all the way up until 30. Okay, he was like from 0 to 30. Yama was lit. From 30 to about 90, Yama got packed. Yama got packed. Okay, from 30 to 90, he got packed. But that last 10%, he finished strong. Okay, he had a good finish. But that 30 to 90 is bad. All right, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It was bad. Man was getting embarrassed. I forgot he was a high ranker. This is why the joke of Slayers between Kuraka and then Yama. This is why the Slayer joke started coming out, because these boys went out sad. Third generation, my ass. Okay. But he had a listen. You ain't gonna tell me he didn't have a strong finish. I'm sorry. He had a good finish. He had a good finish. But he had? I will absolutely never deny that he got his ass whooped for a long time. For the majority of the middle of season 3, he got his ass whooped. I give you that. Nah, Daniel and MS, I'm not coping. I'm being real. I like look. So from what 30? What I say 30 to 90. So was that about 60%? So about 60% of the shit he got his ass whooped. Yeah. Yeah. All 60% of the shit he got his ass whooped. More than half he got his ass whooped. For sure. For sure. 60% of it he got his ass whooped. I would even go as far as to say I would even go as far as to say 70. I would take back the beginning and give it the 20 and get it to finish the 10%. I would go back. I would even say 70% of the shit he got his ass whooped. I give you that. You ain't going. I can't go lower than that though, cause his start was strong. He was intimidating. He was a good figure, and the ending with his power up, he it was okay. But that last 70, that was a bad 70. It was a bad 70. It's the worst kind of 70 you can have. I think Karaka's uh 95 was worse. Karaka had 95 as far as I'm concerned, because Karaka was not. Karaka shined a little bit during when they went to go meet up with Yama, and he packed out the one guy from Fug. That was it. He packed out the one guy with the bones or whatever. He packed him out at that. That's it. And he performed okay against White, but he didn't do nothing like crazy against White. Like, I'm sorry. Um, Boss is the biggest fraud there. Yeah, no, the boss is boss is a fraud. Yeah, no, like, you're not gonna convince me the boss is somebody tough, because no, I'm sorry. The boss is like a fraud to me right now. Mark Brother Man's cool for yo. Said I sound like Syph is crazy. Something doesn't add up about Arlene's pocket and the message in it. When did she record it? Before or after she got out of the resurrected bomb? Out and resurrect. This is like pocket contains many lies about B as well. The pocket supposedly was recorded after Bomb was murked. Okay, after Baby Bomb was murked. Now, I think it also contains details of when they started going on the run, because that's kind of what Garam says. It starts before they go on the run. It's like, I think it begins right after they go on the run, because maybe she thought that they were gonna die. So they go on the run, and then boom, Baby Bomb gets smoked. Then it continues all the way up until supposedly she escaped or passed away. But but down later in the line it got unintelligible anyway, unintelligible. So yeah, my point being is with Trom gone, what's next? He didn't even play a role in he didn't even play a role in his death. That's my problem with him. Well, I think the answer to that, Urek, is whatever he told Gustang. Whatever he told Gustang before he got his immortality taken and he smoked himself. Whatever that is, that will be like the defining moment. I agree with you. CU left a lot on the table when it comes to trauma rate, and it pisses me off. Trust and believe, you don't have to tell me. I mentioned it all. If my season 3 review, but my biggest regret of the season is that CU did not drop more details on the Lobo Pia family in general. It did not clear up a lot of the shit, like especially when it comes to trauma rate. So no, I agree with you. Of course, assuming Graham was telling the truth and not lying about what she heard from the pocket, she could be lying, and it doesn't seem so. I know a couple of people think that Graham is being untruthful, and she's been untruthful. I don't necessarily believe that, because I have no reason to believe that. Does Graham give a little bit of a sneaky vibe? Has she done sneaky shit? Oh, okay. And she said that she didn't tell the full truth of everything. Okay, but I think she gave enough information for me to like kind of give her a little bit of grace that she was sparing Bomb a little bit at the time. That's what I think. Mark, how many power ups Yama had to have barely better win ratio than Karaka again? Hey yo, we ain't gonna talk about that. Karaka defeated like one person this season. Like 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 he defeated like one or two people this season. Like stop. Like stop it. Stop it. Did you forget that Yama blew off uh Giskar's head, man? Like he blew that man's head off. Like stop. Like stop disrespecting Yama, bro. Do I gotta show you the panel when he blew off Giskar's head, bro, and turned him into a pine? He turned into a smashed pine cone, bro. Do I have to pull that up for you? Let me pull that up for you. I gotta remind people that Yama put that man in a pretzel, man. Yama put that boy in a pretzel. This is right after 584. I gotta. You see that? You see that man, man? Look at that! Look at that man! Look at that man, man! Look, turn that man into a slushy. He turned him into a slushy. He turned him into a slushy. Stop disrespecting the man. Look at that. He turned him into a geyser, okay? It's just raining cherry juice everywhere. Stop it, all right? There is literally Kool-Aid spraying from a man's head. Stop it, all right? Giscard was a high ranker who got packed. Give Yama his W, man. Got me out here defending Yama today on a Saturday. What they all saying today? What the hell am I doing, man? I got me defending goddamn Yama right now. Man, look, man. Look, that's a rare W right there. All right, rare W, rare W. Man, it wasn't no 2v1. Yeah, Ass Ratchet wasn't no factor, man. Stop acting like Ass Ratchet wasn't dying, MS. Yeah, Ass Ratchet was dying. Stop it. Stop it. Boss is officially fraud confirmed. He and Kieran are just the same after all the yapping. When he said, "Excellent, I love that smell of a battlefield covered in blood. It's time." Facts though. You're not wrong. The boss is like my top five fraud list. I think he's on my top five. On that character video, I think he's in my fraud list video. He's in my fraud list because I have 5 frauds. I think he was in my frauds, or did I have 3 frauds? But he definitely was one of them. Why is the boss a fraud? He was up against Urek freaking Menzino. No choice but to run away because he didn't do nothing, and then he ran. Bro, it was literally like I get it. It was Urek, but bro came on the field talking tough, and they came like on the battlefield trying to talk tough and do all this, and then it's like an alarm went off. Oh my god, it's Urek, and they just ran. I'm sorry, like that's you. I understand it's Urek, but you're not going to get cool points for running away. Your whole army ran away. You never going to get cool points for that. I'm sorry. I don't care who was chasing you. You better go out swinging. Like you better die on this hill, bro. Like you ran, and then you ran into Zahar's army. So let's see what happens now. If they end up getting packed by Zahar's army and getting taken into custody, oh my god. Let season 4 start off with the boss and them getting packed. It's over. The boss will never be mentioned in my streams ever again. Never again. It's over for him. It's over for him. Who do you? This was the person that was holding Rachel by the hair in the cave. Saw it on the Reddit a few weeks ago. Huh? Who? Who's this? The person that was holding Rachel by the hair in the cave? I'm not sure what you mean. In what scene? In what chapter? The question is, how did Annie found the pocket? Can only imagine it's someone with the ability to see fate who put it in the place where she could find it. Enryu, the boss who met Cha and Dawan and Zahar. Do they don't they explain how she found it? I thought they explained how she found it. I don't remember exactly. In Boss defense, he saw Urek and was like, he's all people would die, even if he was a good fighter. In leader POV, his decision was fine, but he's framed negative art. Listen, I understand. I understand, MS. I do. But you still ran, bro. Like, you're not a man. I'm sorry, you're not a man for running, bro. Crash out about yours, man. Crash out, man. Swinging at Urek is suicide. That would be stupid for his part. It's very smart to run away before losing his troops here. Man, crash out, bro. I'm sorry. The boss is a fraud, man. Nah, I can't give it to him. I can't give it to him. What is funny is Yama is stronger than Yuri. What if Yuri switched opponents against again? How will Yuri do? Do you have any idea to where any was sealed? Nope. Could it be in the red garbage dump? Nope. Ooh, any being sealed in the red garbage dump would be crazy, but I don't think so. Sahar's Palace? No. Florida Death? No. Some other place we don't know about? Yes. This is one of my problems. This is one of my problems. So y'all remember when Gustang and Traumery had their discussion, and when Gustang was standing on his ship and they were talking, Gustang confronted Traumery and said, "You and Blossom know where my daughter is sealed." He didn't tell Gustang anything. He didn't tell Gustang where any was sealed. That is one of my biggest problems. Gustang outright confronted the man and said, "You and Blossom know where she's sealed at." I don't know if Zahar and them know where she's sealed at. But he did mention that Blossom and Traumery did. Traumery's dead now. So that means Blossom only knows where any's sealed currently. That's bullshit. Because you know what's about to happen to Gustang? Gustang is about to be looked at as an evil traitor who kills his friends. He technically, between him and Bomb, Traumery's dead. The blame is going to be placed on both of them. How does he get any unsealed now? How do we find this out? Might be over for Might be over for any. Any might be sealed. Like he might be cooked. I ain't gonna hold you. Unless Gustang remembers some shit that can help like Blossom come around, it might be over for any right now. Crown Grain Season 1, Episode 25. Okay. Give me a second. I miss this art. This art was so good. Like I know like season one's art, like some people don't like it because it's like really like it's really like somebody like in the back of their like house like drawing this, right? But I really appreciate this style. Like so much. Like I really do. I really do. And I love the colors. The colors are like really would make it. Yeah. Am I on the right chapter though? Let me see. You said episode 25. That's where I am. Yeah, I didn't see it. Yeah, I'm on episode 25, but I don't see it. Oh, you missed. Oh, okay. All right. Let's let's be fair. I know Boss gets captured. Kuma Machete, I am not involved in. Ooh, that might be Machete. Enryu is the most possible choice. If it's not him, how did the other get it from Arlen to put in there? If it's Zahar, he may have met Arlen one last time before she got out after meeting the outside god. Boss is a fraud because he was making big claims like it's time to, for the tower's newest champion to make his appearance. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The boss is a fraud because he got Kieran as one of his main dogs, bro. That's why he's a fraud. You can't have Kieran as one of your main generals and think I'm gonna respect you. It's no. Kieran's the L, bro. Tiara got the gift card treatment. Hey yo, MS, you gonna make me get up off here? I ain't gonna hold you. You gonna make me log up off here. Do not bring up Tiara, man. What's wrong with you, man? You good? You okay? You good? Don't come in. You come in here causing problems, man. Don't do that. I ain't thought about Tiara in a long time. Leave her alone. That also one of my biggest problems. Garam seemed to know more about Bomb's situation than Gus, even though she is under his protection. True, true. That's very true. Why did Gusting try to free his daughter before going to war with Trauma? If she was there, she wouldn't have cleared Trauma's family by herself and repelled Adori. Uh, that's the problem though. Like we don't know where. I don't think Gusting knows where any is sealed. I don't. I know like people would like think that he does, and that's why he wants Bomb. I don't think he does. I really don't think he does. And him saying to Traumery, "You and Blossom are the only two who know where she is." So now it's up to Blossom because I don't think Traumery told him shit. So now it's up to Blossom. And if Blossom ain't fucking with Gusting, with their divorce and everything, I don't know. Like why didn't he get the book with his memories before the war? I think there was I don't think he remembered it. Like I think the process of Gusting's memory recovery, he gave is to me it seemed like he gave himself a roadmap, right? You collect this book to this book to this book to this book. That's how I think it worked. I think that makes the most sense to me. It's the next chapter, chapter 26. Rachel! Rachel! I don't know. They said that Rachel was like a maid or something, right? So maybe she was like a maid slash slave and she was getting beaten type shit. That's what I think. I don't know if it's anything significant. It's a good idea, but honestly, I think CU has scrapped a lot of season one shit. To be real with you, like a lot of season one things that we may have thought was important. Like somebody brought up the idea of like Bomb needing or Urek not having a pocket in Urek's Ascent. Like I think a lot of those like season one things or like just beginning shit is just it's like in the background, and that's not necessarily completely good. But I don't think there's anything to come from this. I think it was meant to paint Rachel as like a tragic character. Yeah, I don't think it's anything significant to be real with you. Boss placed his trust on Vidal Belier. That was the biggest L. I ain't gonna hold you. He really trusted Belier. He said Belier got it. Like, bro, what? That yeah, Boss just made bad decisions. Like, okay, retreating his army was a bad decision, but putting your trust in Belier is insane. She was insane for a week, but after that, she didn't kill Sahara soldiers and some princesses who were went catcher. So probably a propaganda. I'm really rocking with the theory that like Zahara controlled her and made her do that. I don't know. Just like even from the conversation we read earlier when she was talking to Gusting about what she found out about Zahar, Annie seems like a very smart and calculated woman. And even like talking to her dad, she doesn't sound insane. She sounds like she discovered something crazy and that like her dad didn't know about it, but she doesn't sound insane. She just said that she can't be around Zahar anymore. So what do you think Zahar felt? If Zahar is has the blood to control people, right? How do you think Zahar felt when he heard that like, oh yeah, I don't want to be around you anymore? And then maybe he controlled her, found out the way she knows, and yeah, I think that makes more sense. Because she don't strike me as the type of person who just kills people because she's mad at Zahar for discovering the truth, which is he locked himself away. Arya, Dory, Zahara supposed to have blood relation to the Ten Great Families. Yeah, that was retconned. Kumashini will regret this alliance. Yo, Kill hyped up Belier. He hyped up Kieran. Kill took some L's. Like Kill did take some L's. He did hype up Kieran too. He was on the Kieran train. I let him live too. I let Kill really live. I spared him on that Kieran because he really was he was a Kieran man. Yeah, I spared him, but yeah, Kieran fraud, super fraud. Oh boy, oh, this is fun. All right, gang. I actually stayed on a whole hour longer than I was supposed to stay on. I was only gonna do an hour, but I had a good time chatting with y'all and just answering questions and stuff. Um, yeah. So if you guys don't know, I dropped the Tower of God review for Chapter 9 of Urek's Ascent. So go watch that. Go share that for me. I would really appreciate that. Um, if you're in the states, then it's Memorial Day weekend. So anybody that's going out or anything, please be safe. Please be careful on the roads because drunk people do like to drive around this time and have fun. Anybody anywhere else, just have a good weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Have a good time. I am gonna log off. So um, after chapter when chapter 10 drops, honestly, and I forgot to mention this, I think we get the princess's name in chapter 10. I said this last week. Um, chapter 10, which is should be this Tuesday if it comes out, um, on time. I think we get the princess's name. I definitely think we get her name. So look out for that. But other than that, thanks 25th, thanks Urek, thanks MS, thanks Muhammad. I can't exactly see everybody who's in, but everybody who stopped in and watched and viewed, I appreciate you guys. Again,